Norshire Province, northern area, skies above the Isengard range. Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven, and this is Cold Steel 3 in the beginning of the new chapter, Chapter 4. So let's see where it's gonna take us at the beginning of this one. Ooh. There's a familiar sight. The Courageous, the Imperial Family high-speed cruiser. Oh yeah, they had their own field studies. I wonder how that went. And I wonder if it's been just as excited as ours were. It looks more fancy on a bigger ship and all that, but in the end it's still just a class, isn't it? And of course he will be there. High-end client, high-end money. Viscount Victor S.R. Seed.
We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdall is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace. Your assistance this past week has been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in Northumbria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Gonna flex his royal muscle. Yeah.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well. Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial. Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson. If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I don't trust Cedric one bit.
My thanks, Captain Arcade. I look forward to seeing you again. I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
Ah, the Bifrost. It's been a while since we've been there. I wouldn't mind walking there again. Just have a little look around. Relive some old memories. Ooh, under the castle?
Damn it!
many times have they slipped away like that now? There's no end to it!
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Man, be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your Ramdas ready to use.
Roger. Recommencing mission.
Wait.
Red flowers?
Ooh, that can't be good, because we know what comes next.
I don't think so. There's no end to them. The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
Ooh, who's her partner here?
Oh, was I that obvious? To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead.
Wait. Show me your face. Because you can't be you... Are you? Thomas?
I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange. I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
That's right. You have an agreement with her, don't you? Well, I'll consider your offer. However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion, Thomas Lysander the Partitioner.
Yeah. Didn't expect them to even there, but why not? Velflame Palace. Gigantic in stature. Beautiful color. Velflame Palace, the Esmeralda's Garden. So we're gonna meet here. Emperor Eugene the Third. And Empress Priscilla.
I would not have expected that Olivert would be missing the party like this.
It is unfortunate, yet understandable, given the current situation. With the Crimson Wings safeguarding Heimdall's skies, I'm sure the citizens will feel at ease.
Yes, but I can't help but feel bad for him. I wonder if he's been upset over Cedric's actions of late.
Olivert isn't the type to let that get to him. You should know this as well as I.
No, you're right. He was only a young boy when he lost his mother and was adopted into the royal family. I would have understood if he hadn't accepted me, given his early life. But he gladly welcomed me as his stepmother, and was truly happy when Alphen and Cedric were born.
Yes, that is the virtue he possesses. It's easy to believe he has friends not simply across Erebonian, but the entire continent.
Of course. Music has its ways, doesn't it?
Yes. However, recently, even though Cedric once looked up to his older brother, he...
Pardon me, Your Highness. Chancellor Osborne would like an audience.
Very well. Send him in.
Chancellor Gileath Osborne.
My apologies for interrupting, my liege. You as well, Lady Priscilla.
No. It's quite all right. I shall excuse myself now.
She seems to have some worries about the prince.
Yeah, considering how Cedric was in earlier parts of the game and how he is now, I would be worried too.
It is to be expected, so long as she sees things differently from you.
Understood.
In any event, it seems things are beginning to line up with what was written in the records.
Yes, though we set the timing for the Civil War ourselves. By this point, however, the ending is all but decided. But are you certain this is all right? Leaving everything in my hands?
As I told you 14 years ago, if there truly is no other way to avoid this end, then I shall leave it all to you. It may place a great burden on my sons, but could not the same be said of you?
Yes, my liege.
Yeah, there are still some things that we clearly do not know. Like the whole end thing. Radiant Heimdall, Chapter 4. Are we going to Heimdall? I wouldn't mind that. Like I just said, I want to walk through the streets just to reminiscence about old memories. Why not? But yes, the end, what do they mean with that? Like a future they needed to avoid. It's not the first time we heard something about that. Tuesday the 4th. With July, summer was in full swing in leaves. However, with Thors moved back towards being a traditional military academy, no summer uniforms were given out. Students at both the main and branch campuses were only allowed to remove the inner lining from their normal uniforms. Yes, we didn't want to design new uniforms for the branch campus, so they better wear the old ones. A student across both campuses were wilting under the sun's harsh rays. A certain event was about to take place that would bring them all together. Well, we are getting closer and closer to the end of the game, so something has to be happening. The history class. Up until now we covered an overview of the time period from the Great Collapse to the modern era, but starting this week we'll be taking a more in-depth look at a certain key individuals. We'll start with Dracos Reisenor, father of the Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago he brought the War of the Lions to a close, ushering us into the modern era. Though he was born as the third prince of Emperor Velius V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the empire. He found himself at the edge of the empire, the North Highlands. There he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes and spent a few years with them. Meanwhile, the Empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in the throne, but once he saw the toll of the war was taking on his country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers, 16 Nord warriors who decided to join him, and his confidant, the knight Roland. Half a year later, though, Prince Dreikel would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire in the Gram. The daughter of a count and leader of the Eisenritter, Leanne Sandlot, the hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Leanne?
No, I think it's one of the successors that inherited the name, if I understood the discussions perfectly. Yes, I've been wondering the same thing. Saint Leanne is a legendary knight. There's no way it was actually her, but I heard the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Well, at some point we know what it's gonna be. So yeah.
Don't be stingy.
By the way, 254 years ago today, on July the 4th, the War of the Lions came to an end. Now, keep in mind the test will cover the event from just before to just after the War of the Lions, so make sure to review that time period thoroughly. Is he telling us or his students? Cause I hate studying. I hate to admit it, but he really is good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he himself was a student just last year. I hear his grades were pretty high too. Oh, he looks great in glasses too. Homeroom. Anyway, our 4 days of midterms will begin tomorrow. General studies, military science, arts, information, processing, combat techniques. There'll be a lot to cover, so good luck. He rattled those all off like it will be easy. No way that is going to be easy. I suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned thus far. Oh, by the by, a little birdie told me the contents of our exams and the schedule will match that of the main campus. I wonder, will grades be posted alongside theirs? That's right, both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses. So it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant. So you're going to make us compete. And our little crown prince is going to be handed first place on a silver platter, huh? That's... well, I can totally see that happening. Nope, that won't happen. In the past, Thors was split up into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. The instructors I know at the main campus wouldn't let grades be tampered with like that. So at the very least, the exams will be a level playing field. You say so. There's also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. You'll have a free day this weekend to look forward to. So give the exams your all. I'll be giving the exams for Erebonian history and combat techniques, so please ask me anything you're confused about before tomorrow. We do need to study, isn't it? Damn it. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campuses, but I don't expect there will be any problems. Our curriculum should be in a sync, thanks to the Orbital Net. Oh, it's great that we were able to work with the main campus instructors to come up with exam questions. Well, all that's left for the students themselves is to show us what they've got. Jaeger Corps have been confirmed retreating from the Empire since last month's field exercises, and according to the Intelligence Division, it would appear the Society has withdrawn as well. I see. Oh well, if that's true, it's great news, but maybe we can stop being fully clenched all the time now? We cannot let our guards down completely, but for the time being, we can at least allow them to just be students. Take care not to disclose any information regarding exam questions, but feel free to clarify any questions the students might have. Be a simple guiding hand in their studies. Looks like Big Bad Mr. Michael has really toned it down. He's always been very serious and responsible. Well, but it seems like he's been thinking with the students in mind recently. Let's do our best to be as much help to the students as we can today. Right, we still got some time before the school closes for the day. Well then, let's split up, gang. Yes, back in leaves, back on campus, and back to our rounds. The exams will be held over the next 4 days, and then this Sunday is a free day. The location for our next field exercises will be announced too, so it's going to be a busy few days. They're heading out to study? Looks like everyone's working together to brush up on their weak subjects. I guess I'll make my rounds and talk to any student who looks like they're having a tough time. That aside, Ouroboros in the Black Workshop. I wonder if the principal and the professor know anything about them. Today is a free day before the exam. Talk to specific characters today to trigger study events. The main story will progress after you've seen all the key events and used up all your studying points. Rean got a message on his Arcus too. Did we know? Probably a thank you note for something? Okay, so basically we need to pick and choose again, isn't it? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not allowed the other one, so 2 to see and 3 to pick. So which one's gonna be? Well, it's gonna be a hard one. So who are we gonna give the time? I have to think about that. Alright, so we're gonna pick the 2 that we're gonna watch but not pick on the start of the next episode. Until then, we're gonna walk around, and the hangar will be the last place we'll be going regardless to see the professor, because it's a nice clean old corner of the map where it's easy for us not to focus too much on it, so we can just talk to everyone and do every scene we come across. And yeah, learn the way we can think about what we want. I'm probably gonna at least choose Muse and probably Altina. It's just the third one that we want to pick which one's gonna be. Because with, we are very far ahead getting to that max ranking. And I think having it on 4 should be enough. I think we probably won't get it to the max level just with her participating in the group. But considering that Ash and Kurt are both level 3 instead of 4, we might need to spend some time with them, because I think it's gonna help. And if I have to think about it as a study type thing, Ash should be the one. Well, to be honest, I want to say Ash needs help, but he is the one that reads up a lot, so he is very intelligent, just as Muse. Yeah, I'm still conflicted. Well, we'll have plenty of time to pick, because I could also say that I pick Kurt, Yuna, and Altina. Yeah, we'll see. First, let's talk to everyone we can find. Well, looks like all the students are studying hard. The scores will be ranked individually as well as by class. Wouldn't mind seeing our students do better than those at the main campus? Yeah, that would be nice. The scores will be ranked individually. Yeah, we have to study ourselves as well, because if we need to pick those answers, then we need to know what they will be. Ooh. Creating clean water during a disaster. Prepare container packed with cloth, pack charcoal, sand and pebbles in that order. Pour water from above and wait. Charcoal, sand, pebbles. Well, does sound like it's supposed to be in real life. This is like something they teach actual soldiers on the front lines. I'll need to make sure everyone memorizes this. It's almost like they're saying, look, Hint, one of the questions. Okay, we'll do good. We'll try to remember. Well, at least I'll try to remember. Let's just say that. Because we're doing the same thing we always do. Do our best and hope we score big. The door to the tactical conference room is locked, which is fine. Ah, Principal, can we have a little chat and hopefully we don't have to fight? There we are. Oh, Principal Le Guin, you wear glasses? That's a little surprising. Well, actually, for some reason my vision is unusually keen. I can see everything in excruciating detail, from up close to a great distance away. Sometimes I find myself getting annoyed by specks of dust floating in the air. So to combat this issue I commissioned these glasses to suppress my vision. That's somehow not surprising at all, and it does sound like a blatant lie. That she's trying to cover up that she needs glasses by saying, I don't need glasses, I have the best vision in all the world. All that's left to do for the exams tomorrow is to leave them to the students. Is there something you'd like to ask me about Ouroboros perhaps? Oh yeah, so you knew. What are your thoughts about the report that the Jaegers and Ouroboros have pulled out of Erebonian? I'd certainly recommend taking it with a grain of salt. The Aeon's Black Workshop. There are far too many unseen forces at work here. Yeah, I agree. Regarding the maiden, we've reached an answer of sorts, for better or worse. Oh, she definitely called upon her full power when finding the two of us. But what if there was something more to her? Something beyond the power of a human? Well, if she is out of the picture for good, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll need to be ready for her. And by we, I mean all of you. Understood. I'll keep that definitely in mind. Aurelia's soundscape and Aurelia's glasses. Ooh, cool. Oh, that Antime woman from the main campus seems quite talented. We worked together to create the art portion of the midterms. Ah, Instructor Mary. I remember thinking the same thing when I was a student in her classes. I remember she had some issues with her family. I wonder how that turned out. Oh, you mean the talks of an arranged marriage? Well, she mentioned it, but it seems she has the feeling for one of her co-workers now. She seems so earnest, I couldn't help but give her advice on the matter. Ah, it must be Instructor Makarov. Thinking back, there did seem to be something between those two. I don't want to imagine what advice Principal gave though. Follow your heart, instead of the arranged marriage. At least that's what my advice would be. Alright, so is that for him? The Aurelia glasses? For, in that for everybody? No, it's probably just for her itself. Yeah, with or without the cape. And with or without the glasses. No different color hair. Rainbow Rean to the rescue! No, we're not gonna do that. Always go with the OG. Exams are tomorrow. Oh, I'm so anxious. I'm sure Instructor Beatrice came up with a comprehensive set of questions. Rean, can you do me a favor and make sure to tell all the students to really study, okay? I will. But Linda, you really need to relax. You won't make it through the week at this rate. Oh, you're right, I'm sorry. It's our students' first exam, so I want to make sure I did everything I could for them. Rean, let's work together and see them through this.
Looking for medicine?
Well, I'm looking for something, yeah. That should still be good. Do we still need bells? Nah, 27 is still plenty. And look at that. 3,317. And we don't no longer have a store with increased credit. So we use it now? Because I'm pretty sure we have to go back to the keep, so we might need to buy some new stuff at the town at a later time. Yes, we might as well.
Come
Gives
again
us
anytime.
a really nice balance of money, doesn't it? Definitely enough to buy at least a couple of things in the store. Ooh. Just to add them to the list. I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 books in here that is new, just don't know which one. Or this is where we're gonna find all the answers to the questions that we're gonna get. Nope, nothing added. This one we probably already saw. Good. Oh, why is all this Empire History stuff so tricky for me? Do you get any of this, Leo? I can help you with the Crossbell stuff. I'm all set when it comes to stuff about the ocean, but anything else and I'm a lost case. I get that's important to know history so you can learn from it. But do we really gotta memorize all these names and dates? Ugh, I feel like my head's about to explode. Seems like they're cramming for their history exams. They look pretty focused. Maybe I can help them out a bit? No, not yet. This is just a tester. We haven't picked anyone yet. Before we continue, we did have a message on the Arcus. Ooh, lots of thank you messages. You know. Oh, how to put this without sounding silly? Thank you for such a nice present. It's such a beautiful and elegant design that I didn't even realize it was a pinky ring at first. I thought it was an engagement ring. Which would have been fine by me, really. Oh, just kidding. Duh. Thanks a ton, Rean. I'll be sure to show it off on a special occasion. Damn, she really threw me for a second. Whatever, I'm just glad she liked it. Me too. What a bold boy you are. Oh, sending a woman perfume, Master Rean? My, are you ever so bold. And I happen to love the smell of the roses. I'll be certain to wear this the next time I see you. Oh, I will of course be keeping this a secret from Lady Alyssa. As should you. Maybe I pushed it. It's a gift we have to keep secret. Well, she clearly likes it. That's all that matters. It works great. Well, I used this antique coffee grinder you sent me right away. In a word, it's incredible. There's this aged, profound flavor I've gotten with it. That's like I've been sent back in time. A cup in the morning with it and I'm good to work for the rest of the day. Come visit the Ost district when you're home, when I'm home, and I'll brew you a cup. I knew our coffee connoisseur would, like him, would appreciate it. I'm already looking forward to that cup. Me too. I tried that pure white soap you sent me and the results were wonderful. Using it makes me feel as moisturized as when I bathed in the hot springs at home. I'll let you see it for yourself if I could. Perhaps I'll have enough set aside for our next hot spring visit. I'm not so sure about that. We're old enough that we shouldn't really be bathing together anymore. It's nice that you're already making use of the soap at least. It tastes divine. Oh, the Eastern tea set you sent me was delicious, Rean. I did have a difficult time bringing out this true essence, mind. Eastern and Western teas are prepared very differently, I've come to learn. I think you would be much better at it. I'd love it if you could teach me your ways. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that when I gave it to her. I like the idea of teaching her how to prepare it though. I'm sure you do, I'm sure you do. Well, looks like you two are reviewing political ethics. Indeed, unlike other subjects, this one incorporates current events. So we thought we could study by reviewing said events. Unfortunately, all of these new terms are rather confusing. We've just spent the whole time asking Kurt questions. Sorry for keeping you from your own studying. Not at all. Explaining these concepts to you is an excellent method of reviewing for me. So please, don't worry yourself. You really are a great guy. Kurt seems to be doing fine, but I might still be able to help out here. Should I help these two study? Nope. And this does scratch card Straight off the list of potential study partners. Oh, Instructor Rean. You all studying for the test together? Oh, yes, we're going over things subject by subject and teaching each other the ones we know best. My specialty is the medical field. Leave survival skills to me. And finally, I'm in charge of physics. Well, sounds like you guys got a good system going on here. Well, if that was everything on the exams, then yes, but... well, we're having some trouble with history. Well, guess that's where I come in. Here, let me take a look. Yay, thank you. Well, I guess it never hurts to ask. Thank you for your help. Rean gave the students some advice on history. AP increased by 2. It's really interesting how everyone has their own specialties. Even their weapons show off how unique they really are. Phew, using the old noggin really burns up carbs. Oh, I know, why don't I treat everyone to some bee-larve rich rice later tonight? I can't seem to concentrate today. The club's off for the day, but maybe I'll head over to the art room later. Well, you definitely can, that's for sure. Alright. More people studying. Let's rake into those extra AP points. Are you two studying orbital technology? Yeah, for now, yes. I'm going to teach Tita about military science, and she's teaching me about orbments. I see. Well, doesn't sound like there's much I can help with here. Actually, regarding the usage of orbital AEDs, if you don't mind, could we get a brief overview? I had some questions about its use outside of just basic operations. Yes, I was curious about that too. Well then, I can help with. Leave it to me. Yay, thank you. My thanks. Rean gave advice on using technology in combat situations. AP increased by 2. Thank you so much, Instructor Rean. You helped a lot. It's really fun getting to study with someone else. Tita's explanations is very easy to understand, unlike Professor Smith. Yeah, Professor Smith is the type to throw you into the middle of something. Yeah, I think mostly he does that to see how smart you really are, see if we can use you in some of his experiments. Because he knows a lot, but he expects a lot too, that's for sure. All closed. Are you helping these two study, Toa? Yep, sure am. These two are both a little worried about questions on politics. Oh, not to mention all the recent changes in the political landscape. Well, the dissolution of the House of Representatives and the House of Peers, the establishment of the Central Diet, the 8th Metropolis Plan. It all sounds like foreign language. I feel your pain. Well, if you have the time, would you mind helping us out, Rean? There's only so much I can cover on my own. Yeah, sure thing. Rean helped Toa get the students advice on political ethics. Increased AP by 2. Rean, do you see this week's Imperial Chronicle? No, not yet. Something interesting in there? Yeah, they wrote about the main campus's field exercises. I see. Well, I have to take a look. More than anything, we should be focusing on their exams. They start tomorrow, after all. Rean, make sure you answer any questions your students might have. What kind of teacher would I be if I didn't? So true. Well, I planted the seedlings you gave me during the field exercises. I was able to harvest them, so let me share them with you. Flaky potato. Oh, these look good. Thank you, this is really helpful. You're welcome. I want to finish my test and drink some tea, and of course eat some confectionaries. The things they teach at the branch campus is some really high-level stuff. I just need to do my best. Of course. Trying to get as much as we can out of our students. One more up here? Ooh, that's even a potential side quest. Alright. You know what? I think I'm gonna leave the episode here. Next time we're gonna talk to her, see what she wants us to do, what we want her to help with, and of course we need to decide who we are going to help. Juna? Maybe, because he did seem like she actually needed our help. Kurt, he definitely didn't need us, so he's gonna be pushed to the background once again. But for now, I wish you a great night, morning, day, wherever you are, and if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we finish off our rounds at the branch campus, helping more of our students, and of course, watching and picking the scenes that we want. So until then, bye bye.